Hi there, Professor Warsi here. Today we're going to start a new lesson on the future tense. So we will first learn the simple future tense, then we will learn the future progressive tense, the future perfect tense, and the future perfect progressive tense. But today we will learn the simple future tense. When is this tense used? It is used to express or describe actions that will happen in the future that haven't happened, that are not happening, but they will happen in the future. Okay? So today's objectives are to understand the simple future tense and identify situations where it is used. Like all verb tenses, there are situations, right? There are contexts in which a certain tense type is used. You will form sentences with correct structure and then we'll practice using this tense in exercises. Okay, so let's begin with the first question. What is the simple future tense? The simple future tense, as I just explained to you, is to describe actions that will happen, that have not happened, that are not happening as of now, but they will happen in the future, which is after the present time. I will call you tomorrow. My mother will visit her brother tonight. We will see a movie on Sunday. And I will have dinner after I finish this recording. Okay, so I will have dinner. But that is in the simple future tense. Okay, great. When do we use it? When do we use the simple future tense? We use the simple future tense to express predictions. When we make predictions about the future. Okay, people will travel to Mars within the next 50 years. Or artificial intelligence will transform the way we learn and work. And in my case, it is the way we teach. I teach my colleagues, professors. The global climate will become more unpredictable in the coming decades. Electric cars will replace most gasoline vehicles. Electric cars such as, Tesla or Rivian, and there are so many other electric cars, EVs. More people will choose to work remotely instead of going to offices. It's happening now. Even at my college, some professors prefer to teach online, but it will become more common. Okay? Another instance or another context or situation in which we use the simple future tense is when we make promises. When we promise somebody that we will do something, right? We use the simple future tense. For example, we'll say, I will always support you no matter what happens. Right? You're my best friend. Don't worry. I will always support you. Whatever decision you make, I will support you. I will finish the project on time. Let's say the project is due in 2 weeks, and you say, I will finish it. I'll finish the project on time. Or I will call you as soon as I arrive home. Right? I'll never lie to you again. I'll always tell you the truth. So these are all happening in the simple future tense. All of these promises that you're making, you are going to keep them in the future. I'll help you whenever you need me. Or I'll help you do the homework. So these are all the simple future tense sentences. Okay. When do we use the simple future tense? In another situation, we learned two, right? The previous one was when we make promises to somebody, we use the simple future tense. Another situation is when we make spontaneous decisions, right? We didn't plan on making those decisions, but we make them spontaneously because of the situation. So I'm tired. So let's say I feel tired because I have been creating and recording lessons. So now I suddenly realize, I'm so exhausted. Say, you know what? I'll take a short nap. Right? A short nap is a short sleep, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Right? People call them siesta in Mexico, in Spanish-speaking countries. In English, it's a nap. I'll take a short nap. Or it's raining. So, it's raining. I'll grab an umbrella. I have an umbrella in my car's trunk. You look hungry. Let's say you have a friend who comes over and she or he looks hungry. You say, I will make you a sandwich. But that was a spontaneous decision. You didn't make that decision. You didn't think about making a sandwich before your friend came to your house. So you say, oh, you look really hungry. Would you like to eat something? I'll make you a sandwich. Okay? My phone is dead. I'll charge it right now. I forgot to buy milk. I'll go to the store. So these are spontaneous decisions. Okay. A fourth situation when we use the simple future tense is when we make offers. Okay, look, I'll help you with your homework. I'll carry those bags for you. They're very heavy. Don't worry, I will carry those bags for you. Or I'll make some tea for everyone. So you're offering to help. I'll lend you my book if you need it. Oh, you're going to the airport? It's too early in the morning. I'll drive you to the airport tomorrow. Right? And that's what good friends do. They help each other out. Okay. Another situation in which we use the simple future tense is when we make plans or express our intentions to do something, right? Like say New Year's Day, right? People, or New Year's Eve actually, December 31st, people make a resolution, or resolutions. People make many resolutions. I'll start exercising regularly next week. Or on December 31st, they can say, I'll start exercising regularly next year or from tomorrow. We'll visit our grandparents this weekend, right? Or, you know what? I will learn how to play the guitar this year. I've been wanting to, I just never start. I will learn how to play the guitar this year. So that's a plan or an intention to do something. They'll move to a new city after graduation. She'll start her own business soon. Do you see something common in these sentences? They all have will. As contracted, I'll. Will visit. Very few people will say, we will visit. Usually in spoken English, people say, we'll visit. I'll learn. I'll learn how to play. They'll move. She'll start her own business. Okay? In full form, you could say she will start her own business. But generally, in most cases, people contract the verb. They will say, I'll start exercising. All right. What is the structure? We looked at 5 different situations in which we use the simple future tense. Let's look at the structure. Affirmative in the positive. You have the subject, I, she, he, my parents, subject, and then followed by will, indicating that this action will happen in the future. It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen in the future. She will dance, right? She hasn't danced yet. She is not dancing in the present. She will dance, maybe tonight. Negative is very easy. You've learned this before. She will not dance. She will dance. Oh, she's not feeling well. She will not dance. And the interrogative sentence is you just move will and place it before the subject. She will dance. Will she dance? It becomes a question, right? Okay. Let's look at some affirmative sentences now. I will study for the test tomorrow. Right? It's an affirmative sentence. They will travel to Japan next month. I will travel to California next month. We will visit our best friend next week. I'll call Peter tonight. Krishna and Karuna will graduate in March. These are all affirmative sentences in the simple future tense. See the will. 5 instances of will. They're all in the future tense. Okay, negative examples. So let me give you the affirmative sentences. She will come to the party. That's an affirmative sentence, right? Yes, she will come to the party. And let's say that somebody asks you, will she come to the party tonight? And you say, no, she will not come to the party. Devon will not pass the class. Sitting will not go out with her friends. She will not go to the movies. Mira will not speak to you. She is very, very upset with you. She's really angry. She will not speak to you. Okay, so those are negative examples. Let's form some questions. Right? You will go to the party tonight. Will you go to the party tonight? So all of the sentences, if you notice, begin with will, because it's a future verb, right? Future tense. Will they finish the project on time? Will it rain tomorrow? Do you know? Have you checked the weather forecast? Will she call me after the meeting? Will we travel abroad next summer? So all of these are questions in the future tense. Okay, so what are some common time expressions that people use or you need to use to form sentences in the simple future tense? They are tomorrow, tonight, next week, next month, next year, in an hour, in 2 days, in a week, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, on Monday, or any day, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday. Okay, so some general unspecific times. These are common time expressions. Soon, later, someday, one day, in the future, before long, shortly, eventually. Okay, these are the time expressions. Okay, some more time expression, and then we will do the exercises. Okay, I'll have some exercises for you. Conditional or sequential expressions. So this action that will happen in the future depends on a condition. After I finish work, I will call my mother, right? When she arrives, I will cook dinner for her. Yeah? So as soon as, before we leave, until he comes back, and then the following sentence is in the future tense. Okay, so these are some examples. We now learn how to use the simple future tense in different situations. Let's do this exercise. I need you to complete this fill in the blanks exercise. You have 10 questions, okay? So I blank call you, and then you use either will or won't. I will not call you, I will call you. And then when you finish the sentence, complete the sentence, okay? All of the 10 sentences. And do not worry if you don't get this right. I'm going to show you the answers, which will be good for your reference and practice. So you'll learn how to use it correctly and how not to use the simple future tense in a sentence. Okay, you see here, I will call you when I get home. So that when, the word when is a time expression, right? They will travel to Canada next summer. She will be at the meeting tomorrow morning. Okay, so these are the answers to the questions. Very good. Number 2, exercise number 2, recognize meaning. So what I need you to do for this exercise is I need you to read each sentence carefully. Read 1 through 10, one sentence at a time, all of them, one by one, and decide if it's a prediction, right? If the speaker is making a prediction about the future, or if it's a promise. Somebody is promising to do something, or if somebody is offering you something. Okay, so there are 3 different types: prediction, promise, and offer. So write the correct letter next to each sentence. If this sentence is a prediction, you write a P. If it's a promise, you write PR. And if it's an offer, you write O. Okay? So have fun. Complete this exercise. And I shall show you the answers soon. Pause the video. These are 10 questions. It may take you a little bit of time. But read and determine if a sentence is a prediction, a promise, or an offer. Okay, so I'll stop here. I will wait for you to finish the exercise. These are the answers. Okay, so I will not go over each one of them. Just know that these are the answers to the questions that I asked you, and there are offers and promises and predictions. If you still have any questions, please ask. Okay? Do not worry. If you're making some errors, it's completely fine. right? It's a process of learning. And when we learn, we make mistakes. So no problem there if you're making some mistakes. It's actually a good sign that you're trying to learn, right? If you don't try to learn, there are no mistakes. How? We haven't completed the action yet. All right, so write sentences with these two types, making a promise and making a prediction. So making a promise, for example, the verbs are help, call, remember, be, as in is, was, am, and support, bring, lend, protect, meet, and wait. Okay? So I need you to write sentences using these verbs to make a promise. Remember, I'll help you move. You're making a promise to a good friend. I also need you to write sentences making a prediction. Rain, snow, grow, change, increase, become, happen, improve, fall, and rise. Make a prediction. But in both cases, remember, regardless of whether you're making a promise or you're making a prediction, make sure that you use the word will. Remember, this is a lesson on the future tense. So whatever you do, I will help you move. Okay, I'll make you a sandwich, right? So write sentences, have fun doing this exercise. I hope you enjoyed the lesson on understanding and using the simple future tense. There will be 3 more lessons, right, in the future tense. The next one will be on the future progressive tense. Then there will be a future perfect tense. And finally, the future perfect progressive tense. So work hard. Okay, stay with me, and we will learn more tenses together. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.